Well, all right. It is Wednesday, April 3rd, just about 10 a.m. here, Pacific Standard Time. And if you checked out my live stream today, which I start at 10 a.m. East Coast every day, you'll see another slow, boring day of trading for me. No trades, back to back, no trades, 0-0 today. And really just not a whole lot going on for me. Really, it was just a practice in discipline and not getting caught up in wanting to get a trade. Virtually every setup that came my way today was a counter trend trade, and I couldn't trade them. And quite frankly, if I was taking the trades according to my system and just taking every entry, I would have most likely I would have been 2 wins and 4 losses for the day. So that's just not good enough. And that's why I've made my 0-0 green today, because it's the second day in a row where I feel like I'm green, even though it's a flat day and I didn't trade. I just know that the majority of accounts that would have been traded today would have had red days. And so I did a good job of avoiding that. And I remain in the same place that I was, this whole week and yesterday, which is I'm closing in on passing this 50K evaluation if I can get a trade, and I'm really close to my first payout. I trusted my instincts today again, and I avoided some losses. So again, no movement. These accounts are in the same place they were yesterday. And I'm $360 away from qualifying for a payout. And I'm within $66 pretty much of, or $56 of passing that evaluation. So just need some trades, but I need some good trades. I need to be able to trade on a day where I can trust the charts. And today just wasn't the day. So let me take this stuff off the screen and we can get into it real quick and wrap it up, because there's not going to be a whole lot to talk about. All right, here we go. This was the main chart that I was looking at when I started my day, and it was really the first chart that gave me a entry, and I could have taken it, but I didn't feel right about it. I started just after 7, and that's when my stream got started. Somewhere probably when it was shooting up here. I forget if I was on before the news or not, but there was news. I think I was on a little bit before the news. Maybe 6:55, and the news hit. I wasn't going to take any trades heading into the news. I don't think there was a setup anyway, and this thing just started rocketing up on that 7 o'clock ISM services PMI, and rocketed up. And if I make this bigger here, so it just shot right through the previous day close, which closed the gap, and went beyond. And there was a first entry short here and a second entry short here. And just the way this looked and how strong the market was moving up, I just wasn't going to take a counter trend at that point. I just didn't trust it. And I've seen just so many times where when the market gets strong like this and it's just pushing and grinding and strong, you can get caught in a counter trend trade there. So while I liked it for the fact that it was kind of like a breakout of the session high, and maybe I should have considered it for that reason, I didn't feel good about trying to take it. It was a 45 tick size bar, so not huge, which maybe could have given me a little bit more reason to want to take it. But I decided to skip it, just playing it safe, knowing that my first trade was going to be on PA2. And of course, one loss will set me back easily a week of trading. So it's really important for me to feel good about the trade I'm going to take now that I'm getting close to the profit target. I know it's not the best to be thinking about that. You really have to just not think about the fact that I'm so close, but yet it's hard not to think about it. I'm really trying not to. I'm trying to just trade the chart. Unfortunately, I've had 2 days in a row where the price action on the chart, I know from my experience of trading for 3 months on NQ now, trading the system, the past 2 days haven't been it for my system. So just being a little bit cautious. That could have been the win I needed to get me to a payout or get me really, really close. Like, my plan is to trade the PA with 3 contracts in the next trade. That should get me really close to the payout, if not at the payout, if I get lucky. But most likely I'll need a second trade. But what I'm thinking is if I take the first trade with the 3 contracts and get that win, then I very likely can reduce my risk and take a one contract trade to finish it out and get to that goal. So unfortunately, the first trade would have worked and I skipped it. But then from there on out, it's great that I was in that frame of mind, because every time there was a second entry short, like this one was, counter trend, I would have taken a loss. So the next one on this chart, there was a first entry short here, and then below this bar right here, this ticked below by, I believe, 1 tick, and then shot back up, and it would have been a loss. So avoided a loss there, and then that's how it kind of went from that point of time on. When I get a loss on a chart, whether I take the trade or not, I stop using that chart and I move on. Well, I moved on. I had 3 other charts. Now, you could go back and watch my live stream to see how it really played out, but I think 2 of my charts I lost at the same time on that first one, and then one by one, each one of these charts that I was looking at took losses in the same manner, where it's just a counter trend trade, trading short in this movement, and then it got taken out for a losing entry. So I literally, if I took every trade, that first trade I showed on that first chart would have been a winner, and then I believe I would have gone on to have 3 or 4 losers in a row, and then I would have had one more winner somewhere along the way. If I was just taking every entry. So the last 2 days just haven't been great for the system, but at least I recognize it and I can avoid losses to a certain degree now. When I first started the system, I was trading by a lot of rules and I was getting very limited trades. Then I opened it up after a while and I was taking every trade with no rules, and that's where I took on the most of my losses I've gotten. In these 200 trades that you see in this yellow box, the 40 losses, most of those 40 losses were coming from the period of time where I was just taking every entry, regardless of what I think, regardless of what price action looks like, regardless of my experience. And so there was some heavier losses coming in. But really, in the first 100 trades, I was at 81%. In the second 100 trades, I was at 80%. So I have an 80% strategy as of right now. And I think by being able to do what I did in the last 2 days, where if the charts just aren't working for my system for whatever reason, to be able to just have the discipline to say, okay, I'm not taking these kinds of trades today. It should be able to overall improve my win rate. Now, obviously my volume of trades is going to go down a little bit, but I'm hoping to find the balance where I can keep my volume of trades high or higher than I used to be, but keep my win rate higher as well. And maybe I can get closer to 85%, which is really going to be, if I can be at 85% consistently, that will really put me in the promised land of being able to become profitable. So having said all that, Apex still running the 80% discount code. You can use this code or any other, and they're running it for the whole month of April now. So they extended it, and all those people that were going big with the 1-day pass and buying accounts a lot yesterday because the promo was ending. Unfortunately for you, you didn't have to do that. But for the rest of us, or maybe even for you, the good news is you can still buy accounts at 80% off. 1-day pass continues for the whole month till April 30th. So that's good. It's kind of like standardizing the promo to a certain degree, which I like. I think if it can be 80% and 1-day pass always, to me, that's like, I don't even care about 90% off at that point. Like, just keep 80% and 1-day pass, And I think that makes a lot of people happy. So if you do use my code, I appreciate it. There's been some people using it recently, and it definitely helps me out. So thank you for that. So still 2-0 for the week, 100%, which is good, just low volume. I've been averaging between 12 and 20 trades a week in the past couple months. So I got a lot of work to do if I'm going to get that many trades this week. But even if I end this week, if I can get to 10 trades, 8 trades, I think it would be a good week if those are winning trades and I get to my payout and passing this evaluation. So having said all that, let's see here. Yeah, just not feeling too bad about it. It is what it is. I wasn't expecting to have 2 days in a row of no trades, but I'll take 2 days in a row of no trades versus a 2 and 4 day. So, and yesterday too would have been a terrible day for me if I was taking the trades that were coming my way. So I'm just trusting my instincts, avoiding losses, and I stay close to my current near-term goals of passing this 50K eval and getting my first payout. So like, subscribe, I appreciate it. Check out my live stream every day at 10 a.m. Eastern, and join me to see if I can accomplish some of these near-term goals and see where this goes forward from here. I think I've said it all. Hope you had a good trading day, and I'm out of here. Thanks. Bye.